Hey, Flare family, how we doing? How we doing? Back for another video. I wanted to do a little dip into Enosys because Enosys, for those of us who've been around for a while, has been building on Songbird and has been building on Flare and has launched some new things. And I wanted to make sure that you all knew of the opportunities that are hanging out on Enosys. I think they're doing some really good work. And I wanted to share a couple things with you. So first of all, if you go to Enosys, and you can see up here, v3.dex.enosis.global, you come to the liquidity tab is typically where you'll open up. But if you go to right here, this shows you all the different products that they have. Loans, DEX v2, farms, and governance. So I'm going to go over a couple of these today. I want to go over loans. Obviously, I'll show you the DEX and liquidity, and we'll look at some of the farms, and then we'll go over governance. But so let's start off right here with liquidity. These are all the farms. If you go here, and let's see here. Sorry, guys. My son, I had my phone ringer off. Of course, my son can get through. So anyway, so we're going to start over here. You can go a couple ways. You can go liquidity or you can go into farms. It'll take you into farms. I like going into the liquidity route. You just open up to liquidity and it's going to bring you in here to all the different farms. Let me make sure that this is big enough and everyone can see that. Looks like it's big enough to me. So anyway, when you look here, it shows you the different liquidity pools. You can see I've got an active position. I'm in the FXRP wrap flare right now. I just went in with like 15 bucks, not much. Shows I've got some rewards to claim. I'm still in range, but let's go back to liquidity pools. It'll show you the TVL, the fees, the APRs. I like the APRs. If you hover over it, it'll tell you what it's paying and how it's broken down, if there's any incentivizing that's going on. And then over here, this column shows you the incentives. So if I was participating in the STXRP, FXRP, LP pool, I could be earning 40,000 rFLR. I do not participate really in any of these. The only time I really participate in any of these, like in this case, I did that for a demo, FXRP and wrap flare. But I would not ordinarily participate and play around with my FXRP or my flare in liquidity pools. If I'm going to play in the liquidity pool, it's going to be a stable coin. And you see this is USDX and USDTO. You see it's paying 33% APR and 11,000 or so rFlare a day in rewards. So this would be the only time I'm going to play in LP pools because I don't want to risk impermanent loss and risk losing my FXRP or my flare tokens. So I do not play in these. I'm going to show you just so you know. And of course, I did this one for demonstration purposes as I claim rewards and show people how it works. But I do not play in these. But anyway, here we go. So you can look and you could sort this by the APRs that it's paying in 24 hours or what it's paid over the 7 days. If you just click on that, it'll sort it for you. So right now, if you wanted to earn a big chunk of some APSIS and some rFLR tokens, you could participate in these LP pools. But essentially, this is how you can do. If you wanted to hunt for APR, you can just come on Enosys and sort and see which ones are paying really well. This is the CDP, which is their collateral debt position dollar, my stable coin. If I wanted to play in this one, I could do that. But again, I don't play around with these LP pools. If any, I would be in this one, USDX, USDTO. It's paying 33%, most of that, and there's also fees. And then there's the 11,000 rFLR rewards that you get. So just wanted to share that with you just so you can see. So this is the liquidity or farming, where the farms are, where you can earn some fees. And then, when you're in these positions, like I'm in an active position, if I click on it, it'll show you the position. So I've got 21 cents of unclaimed fees, FLR and FXRP. So I can claim those fees. I've got some delegation rewards because I'm using FLR, right? So I've got delegation rewards. And then I'm earning a little bit of rFlare. So that's the only reason why I'm in this, so I can kind of show you how it works. All right. So liquidity, when you open it up, you go to liquidity. It'll take you to the farms. There's a swap, obviously a swap feature where you can swap tokens. You can swap your rFLR or your USTTO for SFLR, HLN, APSIS. If you're not familiar with the tokens of Enosys, you've got HLN and APSIS. APSIS is the governance token. HLN is another one of the tokens on the protocol. And then when you go over to the Songbird side of things, you've got SFIN. Let me flip over to Songbird real quick so I can show you. You got SFIN and XFI. SFIN is the governance token, and then you got XFI as well, right? So these are their governance tokens on the protocol for Enosys, and those tokens can be staked, and I'll talk a little bit about that here in a second. But so anyway, so this is liquidity or farms where you can stake your tokens to earn additional tokens. You can swap. You got swapping features over here in Enosys. And then you have the loans where you can borrow and lend assets over here on Enosys. Let me connect my wallet real quick so I can show you. Again, if you watch some of my other videos, you know that I am participating in this Enosys loan protocol to earning some fees. So here we go. Let me make sure the screen is big enough for you guys. Looks like it is. Let me get out of the show and let you guys see. Yeah, I guess I might have been in the way more so. Hold on for a second. There we go. All right. So so we've come over here on the Enosys loans. You can see I've got a position already, a loan, and I've got a position that I'm lending out my stablecoin. So you can mint a CDP dollar against your collateral. So I've got FXRP, and what I did is I took some of my FXRP. And you got to have a minimum of about $500 to even mint one. So that means you probably need to be prepared with about $1,000 because you don't want to just mint one. You got to leave some collateral position and things of that nature. But you can borrow a CDP dollar with your FXRP, right? And then once you do that, right, it comes down to you can choose your interest rate. It talks about redemptions. I don't have any FXRP that's open right now. But once you do that, once you mint that CDP dollar, let's go back. Once you mint it, then you can deposit that CDP dollar and earn protocol revenues and liquidation proceeds. So you can see here, I've got a position already. I've deposited my dollar. I've deposited my CDP dollar that I've minted with my FXRP. And I have rewards right here that I can claim. So I've got some FXRP over here and then also some other rewards. If you have rFLR, you can do the same thing. You could use your rFLR to mint a CDP dollar, and then you can lend it out and start earning rewards. You can see some of the APRs. Let's go back to this first screen real quick. And down here, it shows you if you want to borrow against your assets, right? So you can borrow against FXRP, or you can borrow against rFLR. Here's what the interest rates are. So right now, I'm in a position where I'm at a 7% on my FXRP. And when I put in that, I think it's a 7.25% actually. Yeah, it is. When I did that, it was about 6%. And so I won't go deep into this, but I'm going to adjust this interest rate, because the lower the rate, the higher the chance of a liquidation or redemption. So you see I'm now in a medium redemption. So I'm going to adjust. I can adjust my interest rate. I want to keep my interest rate higher than the average because I don't want to be in a position to where I could potentially be liquidated. So you see as I adjust this up, I don't want to be redeemed rather. So I'm going to increase my interest rate, which I'm going to be paying now 8.4%. Let me go ahead and update this position while I'm thinking about it because I don't want to forget to do that. So bear with me 1 second as I do that. The interest rates were as low as about 6% average. I was at seven or so. And so now the market has crept up a little bit. So let me adjust mine up as well. Okay. So let's go back. Let me get back to Enosys loans. You can see I made the change. All right, let's get back here. Okay, so anyway, so here's we are. So right now, the average rate was 7%. So I took mine up to 8% so I can lessen the likelihood of redemption. The lower rates get redeemed first, just FYI. And then what I'm earning on that FXRP is 25%. So I'm earning fees of 8.62%. I'm earning another 8% from the Apsis token. That's the APS token, the governance token for Enosys. And then there's also rFLR. So I have no problem increasing the interest rate that I'm paying on this loan to 8%, right? Because I'm earning 25% and I'm earning almost that much in the Apsis token. Okay, so there's the APR, there's the 7-day, it tells me the pool size, and then here's what you get to earn. Okay, so you just look at it and say, okay, if I'm paying 7% and I'm earning 25%, I should be winning in that scenario, but I don't want to get redeemed, and so I want to keep my redemption risk always low. Okay, so let's go back over to the earn position, and you can see that if you had rFLR, you could do the same thing. You could use your rFLR, and you could earn rewards on that. All right, so let's go. If you go click in here, this is going to take me and show me right now. I've got rewards $4. 4.05, and then I've got some FXRP 0.09, and then down here I can claim those rewards. And again, I'm not going to do that right now. That's not the purpose of this video. But you can see I can claim those. So this is Apsis token, and I could claim those Apsis tokens, and then I could do something else with those tokens. Also, when I'm participating in the loans, there's other incentives that are provided. My total claimable rewards right now is 0.00167 Apsis, if you see that. And then it shows you what my position is right here. And then my pending rFLR reward. So because I'm participating in this, I'm earning 202 pending rFLR rewards monthly. Same thing would happen if I had rFLR. I would earn delegation rewards and flare drops, which those are almost up. So here's where, so this is why I am participating and playing around in this right now, because I'm earning some pretty good interest on that by using my FXRP to mint a stablecoin, right? To mint a stablecoin, and then I'm taking that stablecoin and I'm depositing it in there and lending it over to the protocol and earning this interest. Okay, so that is the CDP, the dollars. So let's go back to the main protocol. And let's look at something else we can do on Enosys. So we go over here. Let's go down to governance. So on governance, let me connect my wallet. I could stake my Enosys tokens, my HLN, my APS, my SFIN on Songbird. I could stake those to the governance protocol and earn more rewards. Okay, so let's go back here and notice for my earn position, I'm earning some Apsis tokens, right? I'm earning these Apsis tokens, right? See that? Okay. And I could claim these tokens, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to stake them in the governance pool. And this right here is on Songbird. So you see in Songbird, I got a position where I'm staking some SFIN, and I don't have any XFI right now, but I have SFIN. So I'm staking that SFIN, and I'm earning SGB rewards. See, pending rewards, I'm earning SGB, XFI token, SFIN. So with these rewards, I'm going to loop them back in. I'm going to take these right here, and I will stake them to add to my position and earn more rewards. It's paying me SFIN, XFI, XDC. Is this big enough for you guys to see? Yeah, it's kind of small. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, here we go. I'm earning SGB, XFI, SFIN, XDC. This is the Flare version, the Enosys version of XDC, FXRP, of course. Here goes the Enosys version of ETH, and here goes the Enosys version of USDT. So I'm earning all of these rewards because I am staking XFI or SFIN into the APY Cloud. They call this the APY Cloud. It's about 5%, you see, about 5%, but essentially, you know, it's basically I'm earning these. So I'm earning these tokens anyway, like XFI or SFIN. And when we go over to Flare, if I flip this over to the Flare network, you'll notice I have now Apsis and HLN staked, right? Again, it's paying about 4.99%, but here are my rewards. So now I've got these rewards here. I've got Flare tokens, 2 Flare tokens, SFlare, HLN and Apsis. I'm earning their governance tokens, FXRP, USDT, ETH, Quant. This is the Enosys version of Quant. There's the Enosys version of USDT. I'm earning some STXRP, and I'm earning some CDP. So I can claim all those rewards. Again, right now, this is what I'm earning for staking my HLN and APS governance tokens. So I showed you already how you can buy those HLN and APS and SVIN tokens. You can buy those. You can swap in to those tokens, right? So you're on Flare. They've got a DEX. If you wanted to get into them, you can go in that route. You can use some of your Flare drops to swap in. And once you have the Apesys token, you're going to go back to the governance, which is the APY Cloud. And then you can stake them, right? You can stake them. Simply hit stake. And HLN, 100%. You see, I could stake these HLN tokens, which I'm going to do that in a different video. But I'm going to stake these HLN tokens. And then I'll have a position, and I'll start earning more rewards. Okay. See that? So it is only HLN and Apesys that are tokens that you can stake to the APY Cloud. But because you're staking, you start to earn these rewards. And again, it's about 5%, not a lot, but it's worth it. I've been playing around with Enosys and on the Flare and the Songbird for forever. So me and my son had a bunch of the HLN, the Apesys tokens. Same thing on the Songbird side of the world. We had a lot of those tokens. So the APY Cloud finally opened up. So now we took our positions and we staked them into this governance protocol. And we are now earning rewards as a result of that. Okay, so I'll take these Flare tokens and do something with those, S-Flare, and do something with those. The HLN and Apesys tokens, I'm going to basically just recompound and stake those back in and build up my position even more. FXRP, I'll probably take that and either use it on Upshift or Spectra, or stake it to Firelight, USDT, ETH, Quant, USDT, STXRP. I'll take that and do the same thing with it. And then the CDP dollars, I'll probably compound back in or sell it, right? So this is the APY or the governance. I showed you the loans over here, okay, and the rewards that come from that. And then I also showed you the DEX V3, how to swap, right? You can swap tokens. And then if you want to get into the LP pools and start earning some incentives for your token usage, you can earn rFLR over here. You can earn APS tokens. You can earn over here. It tells you all the things you can earn for your participation in these LP pools. But again, I do not recommend participating in LP pools over here because you have the risk of a permanent loss. Yeah, it could be offset by the rewards you earn, of course, but that's just me. That's just what Steve does. So I want to make sure this is not financial advice, not financial advisor. When I play in LP pools, it's with stablecoins. It's with the stablecoin pairs. Okay, that's what I do when I play with LP. I'm going to be playing with the stablecoin for a stablecoin. So if I lose some of my USDX for USDTO, I'm not too worried about that. Even though USDX, if I were to use that in the clear pool, I could be earning 8% as CUSDX, but I won't do that. But anyway, guys, that's what I have. I wanted to do just a quick deep dive on, and then you can find the APY Cloud also to get to that governance tab. You see, same positions, same stuff I just showed you. Okay, so you can get there via the APY Cloud. I do not use the bridge. I do not use the bridge. What I use is kind of what I've showed you. I do the loans, I do LP, I do swapping, and I do staking into the governance, the APY or the governance farm. And so that is how I play around and participate on Enosys. I wanted to share with you guys so you had an idea of what was involved in that process and how it works. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, just a little quick deep dive for you guys on the Enosys platform, so you can see all the things you can do. Lots of opportunities over here, but be safe, do your own due diligence, and let me know if you got any questions, guys. I certainly appreciate you as always. Thanks so much, and keep coming back to the channel, man. Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.